You can't tell how flogged it is if you cover it up. It's easy working on these old Lamborghinis. And by the time I got it home, it had caught fire. So we're back here at the workshop working on the Lamborghini engine. Last time we took it out of the car and now it's sitting here on this transmission platform. Next we have to get the engine and the transmission off this subframe so that we can put the engine and the transmission on a stand so we can work on them. And that subframe can go back in the car so we can send the body off to get some body work done. To get the engine out, it looks like a few things are still holding it in. These coolant hard pipes will have to come off. That one and that one. It looks like the hubs and lower control arms will have to come off the subframe, and we'll have to pull the axles out of the gearbox. This very rusty exhaust system also has to come off. That's a bit concerning because those bolts look like they are fused to the exhaust system, so we'll see what happens when we try and tackle those. Other than that, I think that's it. So now that we've got everything off the engine that needs to come off, we can start lifting this whole thing up and drop the subframe out. so other than that one nut right at the bottom, that gearbox came off easier than we thought it would. So we just got to get rid of this, pull the clutch off, and that should be ready to go on the stand. So we got the clutch and flywheel off. Now we got to mount this to the stand. So finally, the engine's on the stand. Now we just have to get the subframe back into the car, and then the car can go off for some body work and we can start tearing this thing down. It'll be interesting to see what lies inside. All right, so we ran out of time last week.
You again? How you doing?
How you doing?
What?
We got to put this back in the car.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so we can free up that hoist for you.
Sick. What about the wheel bearings? Do we have to do something to keep them from popping apart? What we do on the Toyotas is we put a dummy shaft through it just to keep the bearing clamp together.
Oh yeah, I've got spares of those.
Yeah, oh yeah, just a spare Lamborghini shaft, it's not hard. Because what can happen is once it has a load of the wheel on there, but no shaft holding it together, it can just tear the bearing apart.
Gotcha.
And then your wheels go black.
Yeah, that's
and then the Lambo goes black.
We don't want that.
Which is kind of cool. We do actually want it way lower than it is. We don't have spare Lambo shafts, so we need to come up with a nut and bolt arrangement.
Yeah, it'll all get taken apart, so as long as it's not bending, we're good. Come here often.
A little bit of initial D going on here. Pieces of stuff in the whole workshop. It's a hydraulic lifting trolley, right? And it can take a ton of weight. I have moved entire cars around on this, right?
Okay.
Put a pallet on it, drop the car on it. Whole car. It's pretty good. So the idea is...
Is that still going?
I am hell, I guess. When I get to you, time will tell.
It's got more in it, but we'll do the last bit later. Hose, is that going to be in the way or is it slide past it?
This one is meant to do that.
Hey, you broke it.
It's meant to do that. Yeah, you don't need that hose.
Fixed. Whatever that's for.
It's just a drain hose. Might have to wiggle it forward a little bit more. suck it.
So no specific torque spec, hey, you just do them up until they stop leaking?
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's right.
No, the door's really flirty. The floor's really dirty.
What?
What's wrong with me?
Fit bushings. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre, hey? They're a fair way off.
Yeah.
Oh well. Definitely not looking forward to putting this back in with the engine on. And this thing being a fucking bitch. I guess we can just lube the shit out of them. Just send it in with a lot of lube. This one's loose. Check out how good the top bushing on this strut is. Oh yeah. Can't tell how flogged it is if you cover it up. Don't worry about the hose we ripped off.
That's genuine Lamborghini hose that you're just discarding.
Yeah.
You should put that on eBay. It's like actual real Lamborghini hose. Yeah, we're putting this on eBay, guys. Link in the description.
99 cent starting bid. But who needs Patreon when you can sell old hose out of your Lamborghini?
It's pretty much the main business around here in Armidale is selling old hose. So what's the stud pattern?
5x120. So Commodores, we got you back.
Except for all Commodore wheels are like plus 40.
Yeah, they are, which is terrible.
So you'd have even more fitment woes than you've got now.
Would, yeah. You need some like real aggressive tilty boy BMW thing, you know, that E30 crowds onto it. You know.
Does it roll or did you fuck it up?
That would be pretty fun. There's no handbrake, so it should just... Oh yeah.
It's alive.
It's a roller.
Well, that's like the end of phase 1 of this project, which is rip their driveline out and then get it back on its wheels so I can go get some paint. So, well, that didn't take too long.
No, not too bad. It's easy working on these old Lamborghinis. They're pretty much, you know, built like an old tractor.
Yeah.
Big fat hammer and a couple of spanners and you're good.
Yeah.
Adjustable spanner.
I guess
No, that's a big call. Let's not do that. you want to steer?
Yeah, I guess I'll get back in there and brave the Lambo dust again. I'm gonna put on my safety squints. Hopefully I don't get it in my eyes this time. Or a man, or brrr.
I know how to love you. I know how to love you now. I know how to love you. Love you
I had an Alpha once.
Did you?
I owned it for a week.
What model?
156.
Right.
All right, I had the Busso V6 manual, 6-speed,
Yeah.
lovely car. I got there and it wasn't regoed, wasn't running. He's like, oh, it starts up though, it just needs a
yeah.
battery. So I brought a battery
Yeah.
and we put the battery in, started it up, and sure enough, it fired up first thing, like the guy said, sun beautiful, and I had to buy it. It was
Right.
$1,000. So I was
Right.
like, $1,000 for a V6 Alpha, done. Doesn't have the annoying SMT transmission or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. On the way home, shifter linkage brakes, had to park it up. Power steering runs out of fluid, had to park it up and get fluid.
This guy knew. This
no.
guy knew for sure.
And by the time I got it home, it had caught fire. I popped the engine bay and there was a tiny fire just in the corner next to the brake master cylinder.
Perfect. I mean, what
I was like,
did you expect?
Italian car ownership in a nutshell.
So anyway, enough talking about cars that catch on fire. You piss off and accompany your car to the panel beater.
Yeah.
And I might come and visit it in like, I don't know, some weeks or whatever and see how it's looking.
Awesome. And when shall we tinker with the engine?
Oh, very soon.
Awesome.
We'll get on to the next few days.
Yeah, that sounds
Sweet.
good.
We'll tear it down and look for Italy. Mamma mia.
Look for Italy.
Italy and hopefully not too much of the
Hopefully
dust.
all the things that should be in there are in there.
Yes, pistons. You never know. It could like be missing heaps of stuff.
It's just casually it got half a valve
I
in
mean,
one
you've
cylinder.
forgotten pretty much everything about that car. Oh, that's right. I sold all the pistons.
It's got no pistons. That's why it didn't run.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Bye-bye. Is that strapped on?
What?
Wait, are you using these trumpets as bolt and nut storage?
Yeah, look, they're perfect little containers.
You've just got no respect for this vehicle, do you?
Yeah, that was just missing bolts because there's no more mesh. See? It's a flawless system.